Twin City Used Cars, 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama, 256-844-2210. Open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 6. Owner Bobby Ledbetter encourages you to come take advantage of his over 30 years of experience in buying and selling amazing vehicles. Incredible inventory, honesty, fairness, reliability. Hey, that's just what you get at Twin City Used Cars. Integrity is a way of life for Bobby Ledbetter in Twin City Used Cars. Check them out on Facebook at Twin City Used Car Sales, the exclusive used car dealership of Kapow Media, Twin City Used Cars.
With over 80 flavors of extra virgin olive oil and balsamics, we know that shopping with us can be a little overwhelming. That's why we take the time to get to know our customers. We get to know their likes, their dislikes, what they like to cook, and what they like to eat. We also get to know their health problems. Knowing our customers allows us to help find the perfect flavors. So what are you waiting for? Come and visit us at 534 Broad Street in downtown Gadsden so we can get to know you.
Trent Thrasher Construction. From idea to completion, we manage it all. At Trent Thrasher Construction, we create spaces big enough to hold your dreams. We believe in the nobility of hard work. That's what sets us apart. We take pride in everything that we do. There are lots of companies out there that can build your project, but at Trent Thrasher Construction, we don't just build, we create, innovate, collaborate, and take absolute pride in every single project we do. Trent Thrasher Construction. We're here for you.
Pierce & Pierce, Attorneys at Law, 256-455-0984. Let attorneys Kyle and Beth Pierce take the worry away. They specialize in criminal defense, appeals, probate, family, divorce, wills and trust, real estate, and property. They are only one call away. 256-455-0984. Attorneys Kyle and Beth Pierce. We are in this together. Little Burton's, 4755 Alabama 179 in Boaz, Aurora community. This is your one-stop shop from freshly cut meats and steaks, breakfast sandwiches, to famous Hunt Brothers Pizza. Hey, you can fill up your tank and enjoy a freshly brewed cup of hot coffee. Let owner Jamie Grant and his staff give you the customer service that you expect and the old-time Southern hospitality you deserve. Little Burton's. Etowah County Tip Line, 256-543-2893. Etowah County Sheriff Jonathan Horton understands it takes everyone's involvement to keep Etowah County safe. If you see it, report it. 256-543-2893 or use the free app, the Etowah County Tip Line.
Hey folks, welcome to Kapow's Show. I'm Jeff Underwood, J-Dub White. What's up, buddy?
Just hanging out with our baseball coach here, Pastor Dewayne Boyd. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, every time I hear you talk, I feel like you're about to bench me.
I'm a little intimidated. But I saw him, was it 3 years ago? I saw him when you first started coaching. It scared the crap out of me. I almost had my son come off the field. He was playing third base for Pleasant Valley. I was like, Will, I think you need to run too. Right?
Yeah. You got me looking for my sleeves. I feel like it made me run some pole to poles and I ain't got my sleeves on. Man, so baseball season is right here on us.
Yes, sir.
Boy, let's talk about last year. Great run.
Very good run. Yeah, I think it was first time in school history that the team had went to the third round. Mm-hmm. Fell short. I guess it's all on me. I choked as a coach. We talk about our players. I choked. They choked. It is what it is. Hackleburg had a really good team. But it's part of learning. And our motto this year is OMMS, which means obstacles make me stronger. Mm-hmm. And so. I think it's going to make us stronger going into this season. We've got a taste of it. We know what we want, and so it was a good season, good run. But last year's over. It's a new year. So
Got a little bit of payback against Hackleburg on football.
yeah, they did a little bit. I actually seen the baseball
Just
coach.
a little bit.
Yeah. And I talked to him. I said, man, because they beat us out 2 years in a row in baseball.
Oh, I didn't realize 2 years in a row.
Yeah, so they beat us in the first round my second year, and the third round last year. And I said, man, y'all can't beat us in football, and we can't beat you in baseball. So kind of a little joke there, but good program, good team, rich history over there. So
Yeah, what I was excited for was watching you in the stands. Jeff and I made a point. We were doing play-by-play on you sometimes in between plays.
yeah.
Dude, it's awesome to see a head coach of another sport be so involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one of the things I think makes Coosa so special.
Yeah, it is. Coosa's a great place, man. We all love each other. The coaches, we all fight for one another. We push the same way. And the only reason our success, even in baseball, I say, is the success of the coaches in football. Teddy Whitmire, give him a shout out. Great strength.
He won a Super Bowl last night.
Did he? Yeah, he did. He did.
I can't get. Every time I see him, I want to hear that voice. I want to hear Kermit the Frog. But
Oh, sorry. We digress. Sorry, Ted.
No, he's good. And O'Brien too, man. They just believe in me, And one thing is buying into each other. If you don't buy into each other, then there's friction. And so when you pull together, you can be successful not only in football but in baseball and basketball as well.
Sure.
So. Good coaches.
There's a lot of friction. Jerry and I experience that every day. When you work with your best friend of 30 years, there's friction, right?
Sure.
But we ease that friction with coffee.
Come on.
Of course, I don't have my coffee, though.
Yeah, you drink it all, though, Coach. We try to get you some more. Jerry was going to brew you some more.
It's the only skill I got.
You've gone to Coosa. We were talking just kind of before the show. Coosa has a history of having great athletes, great programs. Before they went to Alabama High School Athletic Association, they've had state championships in football and baseball.
Sure.
Not basketball, but nonetheless, that's a whole other story. We'll talk about that one later. But you've had great athletes come through that school, and one thing I was telling Jerry, I guess a year ago, whatever it was, I love the intensity that you've brought to baseball because, look, you've got great success in football with Coach O'Brien, but you have the ability to have a great program, and you're building on that.
Yes, sir.
And I love that they brought in a baseball mind, somebody that knows baseball, loves baseball, because Coosa Christian used to be known not just for football, but for baseball. So talk about the importance of building, rebuilding maybe a legacy there at Coosa.
Yeah, I mean, it's anytime you're trying to build a legacy, it's tough. But my biggest thing, and I'm going to say it, is building on God, Christ.
Amen.
My foundation is solely based on Him, and that's what we tell our guys. We could go win a championship, and we could. I talk about corruptible crowns because it is a corruptible crown.
Yes.
And we want it. Don't misunderstand me, but I'll talk a lot about the incorruptible crowns that I want these guys to have, and because state championships are great, and yeah, we want it, but at the end of the day, we're all going to face God. And he ain't going to look at Dewayne and say, hey, Dewayne, man, you won 3 or 4 state championships. Man, come on in. He's going to look and say, hey, you had the opportunity to coach and to lead guys. How many did you try to bring to me?
Wow.
And so my foundation, I'm not just talking that, my foundation is teach Christ. Championships will come, wins and losses will come, but I truly want to make our guys believe in that. And then when that's settled, then the desires of our heart, if we'll search after God, other things will happen. We may not win it all, but we'll have success. Maybe not success of man's success, but we're going to have some success. And so that's my biggest thing. But as far as the coaching side of it, yes, we push our guys to go hard. They call it's funny because we do a lot of stuff, and they call us the CCS track team, our guys do. Because, man, when it ain't right, I say, hey, take off. And then we'll come right back, and I make them do it again, because we want them to push to excellence. And when failure happens, we want to say, hey, there's a price to failure. Sure. Just like there's a process to success. And so that's the foundation I'm building on. Whether I'm there for 20 more years or whether I'm there for 2 more years, I don't want to leave that place not teaching Jesus Christ.
Coach, you're the epitome of what Philip Ellen built that school on in '73, bro. No. I mean, you really are. I mean,
it's like he handpicked him.
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
I mean, Philip lit my tail up in school, and
rightfully so.
Yeah, but he brought me and Pat Ferguson over to play ball, but he loved winning, but he wanted to win these kids to win the game of life.
Yes,
man. And that's pretty incredible. I'm impressed. I'm matter of fact, I'm never at a loss for words, and that's good stuff.
I appreciate it.
Wow.
That's everything.
Good stuff.
So, I do appreciate it, though.
So let's talk about off season. Yes, last year, what you could not say last year's not a success. You go to the third round. That's a great season, right?
Sure.
No doubt about it. Let's talk about what your off season looks like, what your workouts look like. 'Cause I know you guys put a lot of work in upstairs too.
Yeah, we do. I have to think. Obviously, I have so much I bring to the table, but I'm only as good as who I got around me. And I say that, and I've got to call them out just because they're my guys. Jackson Justice.
We love Jackson.
Spencer
man.
Orange. Logan Miracle, by the way,
Good dude.
phenomenal pitching coach, phenomenal throwing. Logan Brooks and Reed Gladden. Them 5 guys has been phenomenal. And so what I tried to do this past summer, Logan, we did some stuff in the summer, but the fall, Logan Miracle took over our throwing program and got guys that did drive line with them, getting them stronger. And so I went down and started trying to build a youth. And we started a 7-year-old team and they called us Conquerors. But now we've got 6, 7, and 8-year-old Coosa Christian Conquerors. And so I built a youth. And so we're trying to put everything we can into the program. And so after, football was over, we got our guys back, which it was a great run in football. But we're trying so hard. Obviously we're physically good enough. I really believe that. It's the mental side that I want us to get better. And baseball's all mental. And so if we're not mentally tough, so we spend a lot of time during after footballs talking about the mental side of the game with them. And so, we've really worked these guys out. Logan Miracle does a great job of throwing. Jackson just does a great job with infield. Brooks does a great job with my catchers. I'm only as good as they are.
Yeah.
And so that's how success is driven. It's not all about me, but it's about who I got around me.
When you've got parents like me and Jerry's kids are out, they're grown now, and he was like this, but you got a parent like me that's looking, right? We're watching. I've got a kid that is good. He's a good ball player.
Should be playing at Coosa.
It should be. Sorry, Coach. We love you, buddy. We're not taking double away. The dude can play. He'll play next. He'll play in 2 years somewhere else. In college if he wants to. He'd rather hunt and do something like that. But the he's natural. He gets that from his great grandmother. I believe
Hall of
that.
Famer.
Yeah, she is Alabama State
Really?
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
She is. I played a little bit, but not like that, man. And but when you're a parent like me, you're looking for your kid to have a great education, right?
Sure.
But you're also looking for them a place to excel in something that they're good at and they
Absolutely.
love. What do you say to parents, first of all, when they look at a school like Coosa? Is it athletics first, or is it? I think I know the answer. Jesus first.
It's Jesus first. Yeah. I mean, obviously we want all of our kids, even myself. My wife was very hesitant about bringing our son, he's 6 years old, was hesitant about bringing our son over there. She's like, I just don't know if the academics will be good enough. And I said, but let me tell you, Savannah, her name's Savannah, and by the way, phenomenal. She's a great wife. She's just serves me, and I serve her too, but she does, she's just behind me 100%. But we were talking about our son, and so she was real hesitant. She said, I just don't know if the academics are good enough. And I said, I promise this, that he'll, first of all, learn Christ. And they do. He comes home, knows Bible verses. And obviously, that don't make you saved, but he's getting the foundation of God.
Yeah.
And then, because, it says we grow up, we don't depart from the Word. The Word's instilled in him. And then second of all, the academics, she said, is phenomenal. He's learning. Just a great job. So yeah, it is about Christ. And so what happens in the public schools, and I don't mean to shatter anything here, but they have lost that. I love the fact that I can teach Christ without anything being said to me. Because it's all about Him. It doesn't matter. And I get people have this thing where, well, I don't know if we believe we can't pray in schools. That's what's the problem. We need prayer in schools. We need God in schools. And I love the fact that we can do that. And that, number one, will be said for your children for years to come. Is they're getting the Word. And in public schools, they're not. And I'm sorry, I'll call public schools out. You've got to do a better job putting God back into place.
Praise God.
because that's it. That's everything. And if we don't have that, we've lost the mark. This world's gonna end. A lot of people say, well, we don't know. Christ is coming back, and I'm not going to preach this morning, but I will tell you this: it is coming.
You did preach yesterday, though.
Yeah, I did preach yesterday. Yeah. But I love the fact. So yeah, talking about the school, choosing the school, that's what I love about it, and it's not fake. Our coaches, we all teach Christ. And now, are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. I'm sure there's people. I know Cedar Bluff. Listen, when I went over there and I yelled with the umpire one time, they got so mad at me saying, "How's he a preacher? He's out there screaming the umpire." Well, I'm passionate. I love what I do. And they called me out. I had people on Facebook rotating around. Hey, Cedar Bluff says he. No, I am a saved, born again Christian. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I'm a coward. I'm God's people. David, they're warriors. We're warriors. We're called to be We're called to be great. Yeah. And not to cower down to just, I don't want to make sure they aren't offend them. Mm-hmm. That's the problem with the churches today too, and I'm going to call you churches. Everybody wants to talk about God, but they don't want to talk about sins. They don't want to talk about their problems. Well, that's the issue. If I went to a doctor right now, I wouldn't want him to beat around the bush. I want him to tell me right away what's wrong with me. Same way with God. I want to toe with toe. Now listen, there is the good news, and I love the Lord. I'm sorry, guys, but
no, don't be sorry.
You want to know why Coosa is a great school? That's why. That's why. And if you don't want to get called out for things, and your kids, they're going to work hard. We're going to push them. We're going to not only excel them, physically, but spiritually. We excel them spiritually, and that's what I love about it. Everything.
When I went there, I was not a Christian. Far from it. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, if you ask Jason and everybody was there,
but don't
ask it was not good. Anyway, but what was planted by Mike Davis, Philip Allen, Bruce Word, Rodney Cranford, those guys. Blaine Clayton, Coach Glover, Coach Jay, was a message of let us plant the seeds to you.
Sure, that's everything. And as a freshman in college, those seeds were harvested, and God did that. And so what it is you're planting seeds. You're not making them receive it. You can't do that. No, it's not on you. No.
But what it is you can teach these boys how to be men.
Yes.
You can teach them how to be passionate. You can teach them how to be a passionate husband,
sure.
How to love their wife with passion, how to love their children with that same passion, how to be work a job with that same passion, and how to honor God.
That's right.
And so that's what I love about Coosa Christian. Mark was at church with us Sunday. He left. Sorry, Pastor Dad. He went to see. Jerry preached for us over in Attala at our campus there yesterday, and Mark came in, and I don't know if I know. I know some guys, but I don't know if I know a man's man that is as passionate about being a man, but then being vulnerable to love God.
Amen.
As much as Mark O'Brien. But I'm seeing that in this baseball program. And, dude, Coach, you're killing me, man. Ask the question that Shannon Wood wants to know, because I think
I'm not asking anything Shannon.
You have to ask that because
let's talk about Shannon wants to know thoughts on the weight training in season.
In season, I think that it's we don't have the I guess as many people. Everybody talks about y'all shouldn't do the workouts football's doing right now for baseball, or y'all need to separate football, baseball, basketball. The issue is, we have one guy, Teddy Whitmire, to run our weight program.
Yeah, hey, but that's a dude.
But let me say this. Teddy Whitmire, love him or hate him, and there's mixed feelings. I love the guy.
Look, let's put a poll out.
Well, he's on right now, so be careful.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll send it to him. Love him or hate the guy knows what he's doing, and he takes care of my guys. And he and I have understanding, like, hey, Teddy, man, I got guys pitching today. Mm-hmm. He's going to make it a little easier on them. Mm-hmm. But we don't want to sacrifice them losing their strength just in baseball season. I heard a coach talk about this. I'm not going to get into it. At a coaching conference, he said, everybody talks about don't lift heavy, don't lift baseball season. He said, I'm here to tell you, you old coaches ain't going to like me. He said, because we lift on game days. And it was Stanhope Elmore's coach. And I thought, I'm bought in. Mm-hmm. Let's go work out. And I've learned this. It creates an edge. Shannon's his name.
Yeah.
Weight room is the competitive edge that wins. It is. My guy's stronger. They working their butt off in there. We're stronger. We go back to training. We try to do a good job of getting their arms good and loose, ready, so they're not hurting themselves. But we stretch a lot. We have a lot of agilities. Everybody thinks we're going there and just pump, big and strong. No, we work on. Teddy does a great job with the flexibility.
Well, he's very purposeful with every move.
Yes.
Very purposeful.
Yes.
And sometimes there, baseball. There's baseball specific things you would do. I guess.
Sure, I would love to have that, but
I
we
don't
have
know what it is.
one school. I mean, we have one. I mean, we're not that big now. Maybe in 10 years from now, we'll have a straight coach for baseball, straight coach.
I agree.
But right now, we have what we have, and it's a blessing. And I'm not going to talk.
I would take Teddy Whitmire over dang near anyone in the country.
I've told Teddy this before. I said, "Man, you're as good. I think you go collegiate." Straight to
I was talking about collegiate.
I agree.
I mean, maybe I'd take Coach Lauren at Notre Dame right now over Teddy, but that'd be the only one.
But I will tell you this: your son's got a great name. Your new baby boy, Fife. What the? That is a football dude, man, right there. You love that community, don't you, dog? When my wife heard that at the banquet, she said, "That's pretty awesome."
Yeah, I just saw a meme that said Teddy Whitmire used to be on Roseanne. He played Darlene. I don't know what that's about. Teddy.
Y'all got that door locked. He may come out here in a minute.
Wade Skaggs, our boy Wade, he says that he's on the TW bandwagon. So, and if anybody knows about training, it's Wade Skaggs.
Running?
Yeah.
He's not Forrest Gump.
Oh,
he just runs.
Wade's a dude,
Makes
man.
me sick.
Until he remembers.
You can't run no more, though. I
something else to
can
do.
outrun you now, Wade. A broke leg behind it.
My money's still on him for sure. So let's talk about facilities, right? A 1A program,
Top notch.
it's incredible.
It is.
Go into it. Talk about it.
Man, just
Love you, Teddy.
That upstairs that we have, it's all turf, and Coach O'Brien does a good job of he does a really good job of getting us the next best thing. And so, and our weight room is phenomenal. So I can't take credit on any of that stuff. That's them guys, but you're not going to find it anywhere else. You're not going to find a full facility that when it's raining up, we're going upstairs and we're still taking ground balls.
That's great.
We're not missing, a day of ground balls. We're not missing days. So having them facilities is huge, and we can work. Now, obviously, we don't have the lights on the baseball side, but trust me, we are working on them. And I believe it's going to happen within the next year or two. I truly believe that. We're actually got plans to build a locker room in baseball, having a whole field house. So, there's a lot of great things coming. It just takes time. And patience is part of living for God too, right? We live in a society where we got to have it. Well, sometimes we have to wait on God. And when we wait on God, good things happen. And so it's going to happen. But our facilities are top notch, man. And I love it. I love what's going on there. It's just a great thing.
You're asking this question.
I'm not asking that.
I'll ask. Jackson Justice.
Yeah.
The Jackson
He's
Justice.
a stud, man.
He wants to know if Ty Cobb is the best baseball player ever.
According to Coach O'Brien, he is. He loves him.
You mean that nice hat
Ty
he wears?
Cobb. Do what now? The hat he wears.
Oh, man. We can't.
Hey, he wants to get in my dugout this year wearing Ty Cobb uniform. Coach O'Brien does. I told him, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put you in our.
But we do need to talk about the hat that you got on.
Yes,
so
that's
you need
nice.
two of them hats right there.
Yeah,
That's
large,
really
extra large flex. We need that right there.
That's
we gotta
rocking.
have it to represent. Yeah. That's nice.
So now let's talk baseball.
Yes,
All
sir.
right,
Let's
do it.
actually talk. Because Jeff and I, we're students of the game. We love it, man. We absolutely love it. Great coaches, right, make players better,
Sure.
right? Also, don't hurt no one when the players are studs, and
it
you're
does.
blessed with some of those.
I do. I am blessed. It wasn't always that way, though.
Yeah, for sure.
We started 5 8th graders my first year.
That's scary.
And O'Brien was like, I get so frustrated so many. He's like, hey, they're puppies, Dewayne. They're puppies. He told me that. Then my second year, we did something that we went in the playoffs. There's freshmen. And we thought, man, we're puppies, because I never used that excuse. Like, I never thought, well, we're young. No, my thought process, I don't care if we're in 7th grade. It's no excuse to go compete and practice and play hard. So that being said, yes, it hadn't always been that way, but we knew what was coming. We knew we were going to be good, but that didn't stop me from not coaching them hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, we're good. Our guys are good. I'm not just saying that. If we'll buy into leadership this season, and it's player led, if we get the leaders right, because we're still coaching them hard. The only difference now is the guys player led. Leadership. That's what wins championships. I can say all day long how talented you may have the most talented group in the world, and we push our guys to excellence. But it takes our guys to have leadership in that clubhouse.
Let's talk pitching.
Yeah.
Obviously, you already brought up your pitching coach, man. Great throwing
Great
program
job,
and stuff. Let's talk about some of those guys you got coming back that's going to be on the bump this year.
Well, we got. I'll just say this: we're in January, and we have 4 guys, and I'll just say it, and I don't care who hears this. We got 4 guys hitting 80 miles an hour, and it's in January. So my thought process is, and they're pitching well. They're keeping low in the zone. I mean, you can throw 85 and still get rocked. But these guys are pitching. They're not just throwing. They're pitching. We got 4 guys we feel like we can run out there at any time and go beat with the best of them. But that being said, it's all about the mental side. You know, are they up to the challenge? And I think they are. John David Justice is one of them. Brody Nelson's one of them. Cleto Bryant, he stepped up last year, had to be our 1 because JD and Brody went down. A lot of people don't know that. In our playoff run, we didn't even have our original 1 and 2.
Yeah,
we
had
our 3 and 4 going. And Ring Glide's another one. Them 2 had to step up, and they carried us to the 3rd round last year. So we got our 1 and 2 back. Everybody stays healthy. I think we have a really good shot to make a run at it. Now, obviously,
Here's what I know about Cleat. Ain't nobody charging the mound.
no, you ain't gonna charge them out on that one, man.
I mean, you walk over,
You limp it back. That's for sure.
They're dogs, man. Good pitch.
Just about your catchers. Obviously, because we talk about, I love catching, right? I love the aspect of the game. So a catcher can make your pitchers look that much better.
Yep.
Who's your guys? I know
Keith
you got. I know you
Johnson.
got some. You got a dude.
He is, man. My first year there, he was a freshman. He's a senior this year. And I thought there's no way this guy's going to get it done. Like you got to be able to receive well. He steals a lot of strikes. And last year I seen him really develop as a catcher. And Coach Logan Brooks does a good job. I was a catcher. He was a catcher. But I said, Brooks, I want you to come in and you're coaching. Your job is to get this guy to be the best he can be. And he's done that. So now this kid don't let balls fly. He receives well. He threw a 1-9-2 to second base the other day. It's unbelievable. On the money.
Wow.
And it's just that right there shuts down run games.
Yes, it does.
Don't even have to throw guys out. You do that between innings, guys don't want to steal on you. So he has done a phenomenal job. He commands the field better. He sees the field better. He's making smarter choices. So having him now, it's going to hurt when we lose him after this year. We're going to have to find the next guy up.
Yeah.
But right now, he's doing a great job. He works hard, blocks balls. Phenomenal catcher.
You talked about preparation just a moment ago. You literally said the pop time. Catcher in between innings. That, to me, a lot of times coaches don't drive that home. It's 100% effort in between innings. But
every time.
that will direct the path of the game.
100%.
That coming in.
I've taught it since day one. We're not getting lazy behind the plate. We're throwing down full speed, pop time, boom, let them know. Because how you practice will how you play. So if you go down there and you throw that little, like most catchers do now, I would go crazy.
Yeah.
Throw it down. If other coaches, players see it, they're going to have a little harder time running on us. We're going to shut it down in between innings.
Yeah. So Johnson's a dog.
He's a dog,
No
man.
question.
He's a dog.
Great mentality.
Man, I love the kid. He works hard. He don't complain much. Obviously he gets in his head sometimes, but he's just a good kid. Works hard. His brother as well. 2 of the hardest workers I've seen as far as doing what you ask him to do.
Your boy Gilmer.
Your
boy Gilmer jumps on. He says,
Adam
Boyd
Gilmer.
is one of the toughest kids I've coached at the catcher's position.
Adam's legit, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Coach
good
Gilmer, he was a coach. He made me the catcher that I was. Gosh, he's crazy now. I love you. He's crazy.
Ain't no question.
This guy had me touching 95 pitching machine in the dirt, blocking the ball my junior year, and said, if you don't block one, you've got to go knee down all the way to the foul pole. And I missed 1 or 2. He said, that's 2 down and back. So I had to drop block, come up, drop block, come up, drop block all the way to the foul pole. But it made me better.
Yeah.
So we're in the second round to Hartselle. Etowah had never beat Hartselle at their place.
Yeah.
And he was my catch coach that year. He said, this game right here is going to come down to you. You got to figure it out. And I'll never forget him saying that. And there was a pop fly that was on the fence, and I went over there and caught it. And we happened to go in and beat them, swept them at their place.
Heck yeah.
Never been done at Hartselle. Etowah never
Chill
beat
bump.
Hartselle.
Yeah. I remember the game.
And so, man, just a phenomenal guy. Love him. He made me a lot better as a coach, even though I was mad at you sometimes when he was making me do them up.
You tell who Coach Gilmer, right?
No doubt.
I mean,
No doubt. Yeah, Gilman's
He was a
different.
phenomenal player.
Oh, yeah.
He was what? I don't know how old he was. He was still hitting balls a mile out the field.
Today he would.
Yeah, I know, no doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt. He's a phenomenal guy, phenomenal coach, phenomenal player.
And his two kids are athletes.
I don't really know them that well.
They're
His
not
daughter-
road runners, but whatever they call them.
No, his daughter's Sardis, big time basketball, volleyball, softball.
Yeah.
She used to play where his son named Cash.
Yeah, Cash. That's
How old
right.
is he?
How
But
how
he
old's
did play
Cash?
2 years ago when we were there.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
playing
He's the
pee-wee
same
ball, right?
age group as Tyson Davis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that bunch.
I didn't know that.
Cash is legit, man. It's all because of
They
his
won that
mama.
championship. We honored them at the
Yeah.
that's about 4 years.
4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Good deal.
I knew there was Sardis. I knew that his daughter played up there. I didn't know that.
His wife teaches up there.
Yes. Okay.
So.
Okay.
So Coach Whitmire says, "What do you reflect from last year? Years? It just refreshed. Years you coach needed to improve to become better yourself. How do you? Yeah. So
Well, I reflect as far as this year. I'm doing something I've never done. I'm letting my coaches take more ownership in their coaching.
Oh, that's
Last
good.
year, I tried to, and he and I was actually talked about this, but I tried to, feel like I had to oversee every little thing. Like, I've got to be here, I've got to be here. I've got to trust the guys I've hired and say, it's y'all's, let's make it better. So that's number one. And then number two is be more relaxed. Don't, I'm a tense guy, man. I get fiery. I do. And I'm like, if I'm at third base and I see a kid take a fastball down the middle first pitch, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. I'm freaking out. And I want to be more like, instead of that, just, hey, let's go. Come on. We've trained you, you know what to do. Sure. Be a little bit more relaxed on that thing. And then I would say, as far as getting that to reflecting on last year, just believe my guys more. Sometimes I take it like, oh, we're not going to do it, or oh, they're much better. Just believe in them, believe in what I've done, believe what my coach has done, and let's go get the W. Yeah. So
Adam said his son's 11.
11, okay, awesome.
I think he looked good in that Coosa blue.
I ain't saying nothing because I don't want to get in trouble.
You ain't got
Coosa blue.
he looked good.
By the way,
there.
Coach, I'm the only one that represented today. Jared's got this black Kapow stuff on. I could have worn my Kapow stuff and faked it, but
Sardis has done a great job in their program, man. They do a good job up there.
They really do.
We're not going
they
to
really do.
take away from them.
I will.
Yeah.
I mean, we can though.
Yeah.
We can.
But yeah. Anyway,
It got
we love
quiet,
to.
it got quiet and somber today.
We can get a travel ball team started. We're trying to do that with 11-year-olds now. So just let me know. Trying to start a Coosa Christian 11-year-old travel.
Let me ask you this: you've got in high school seniors. Everybody wants the dream is to play college baseball.
Sure.
I mean, you got 2.2 of the student athletes that come out that play Division I baseball, and I think it's 2.9 that come out that play Division II or Division III baseball.
Yeah.
So not a lot of kids
It's tough. It's
come
hard.
out and play baseball. So how do you, as a coach, motivate them to give their all as a senior? Whether it's you can play at the next level, or is it, hey, let's represent the God-given ability that we've got, and let's do it to the best of our ability. How do you do that?
Well, I think one thing, the misconception with playing college ball is this. Everybody thinks it's the high school's coach. Like, if he ain't getting them the next level, he's not worth anything. Okay, that's fair statement, but the problem is your kid wants to play the next level, and parents, you want to play the next level, but you aren't doing anything to go try to play the next level. So we can sit here and talk about coaches, high school coaches all day long. What you need to be doing is going to camps during the summertime, going to these people, reaching out, contacting, and then when they're at practice, working their butts off, and then I'll make a few phone calls. But you're not willing to go do the stuff you got to do. You're just sitting back saying, well, what's your high school coach doing it? It's not mine. It's your job.
That's right.
I mean, when these coaches call me, I'll tell them, hey, this kid right here, you need to get him. He's hard work. Or if they call me and your kid's lazy I'm not going to stick my neck out for your child. So the problem, the misconception is it's a high school coach's job. It is to an extent, but it is your job, parents and kids. If you want something bad, we tell our guys, if you want to go play the next level, give us some schools. We'll find out. Then we'll find out if they got tryouts or workouts during the summertime. Go get
Showcases,
noticed. Go get seen. That's what I did. Jeff Cogrove was my coach, and I love Jeff Cogrove. A lot of people, I love him. There are things
On the
about
record, I love Jeff Colgrove. I have to say that. My wife works for him. So
Okay.
No, I love Joe. He's a good dude, man.
And so listen, he did a good job as he could as a coach, but the issue was he wasn't the one calling these people. I was the one going out during the summer and going to camps, and I was getting letters and notice, and I got 6 or 7 junior college offers. And no offense to him, it wasn't him, it was me.
Sure.
It was my family. Now I'm sure if I'd have went to Jeff, Coach Cogro said, "Hey man, I need help with the school," he would have helped me.
No question.
Sure.
But the issue is everybody thinks the parents or the coaches should be doing it. It's your parents' job. That's just like with church. Everybody thinks we just go to church and sit around and hope God to bless us. And we sit by the shovel and we want the hole dug. And we're like, God, dig the hole. Well, that's not the problem. He's gave you the tool. You got to do the digging. So that's my thing on the whole.
You could take the preach out of the preacher, you can take the preacher out of the preach, but you can't take the preach out of the preacher.
Yeah.
This brother can preach. So.
You got a couple questions there.
I see that. Now, let me ask you this, because Jerry and I want to get in on this next year, or this year. Coach Jackson Justice says, which coach hits the most BP tanks? Be honest.
It's him. He can still hit a baseball mile. I'll give the kid that.
What is he, 22 though?
He's 24, I think.
24?
Yeah, it's 12.
I'm 34 out there, and I can still hit a shot line drive. Oh, but he'll get up there. Boom, there goes the ball. Well, we've lost 6 balls because this guy.
Well, he's doing it on purpose. He wants you to go buy the balls from him.
Yeah, that's
I'm
exactly
going to say his family owns.
that's what it is. I didn't think about that. That's good business right there.
It is.
Yeah.
Good business principle.
But no, he's definitely the one that hits the tank.
All right, Coach O'Brien, legendary Coach Mark O'Brien says, trivia question to Boyd. If a player steals home from third and the pitcher hits the base stealer, what's the call?
He is safe, but it's a dead ball. If there's anybody else on the base pass, they have to go back to the bases. We had this the other day in our our World Series scrimmage, and we stole home and hits the batter. Pitcher hits the batter. You got to wait for the umpire to make the call, and then that's why he's doing
Dude,
this.
that sounds like a Mark O'Brien setup.
It is,
That's what
man.
that is.
I wasn't real sure on the ruling. I said I think it's a dead ball.
That's when he asks you biblical questions, Jerry. That's what Coach O'Brien does.
Can't trust the Navy SEAls.
That's right.
Yeah, they are.
Zach Gilliland says, what is Boyd's defining moment as a point guard at Highland?
He's taking it way back, man. He actually played at Steele. It was asphalt at Steele Middle School. And we played them, and man, I'll never forget. I think it was 6 or 7 threes in a row. I would sit like I was at half court. I was just throwing them up. And we always kid. I said, man, that was skill. Zach said, no, that's luck, buddy, because I would just throw them up. And that's probably my most defining moment at Highland at middle school.
Okay.
That's awesome.
It's a good moment.
Yeah, it was a good moment. 6 threes, I think is what it was. So.
Oh, you want to ask him what Helm says?
Jeff Helms wants to know if he can hold the blue trophy at the end of the season.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have a line if you want to. We'll let anybody hold it.
It's a great fundraiser.
Yeah.
$5 on the trophy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
we got to keep it going.
We were
$5.
going to steal the trophy this year.
We were.
Yeah, we were going to take it.
That's funny. Yeah. That's good, though. I like that. $5 a pop.
What has Johnny Bone done to help Coach Boyd, not only in coaching, but in his life?
Man, Johnny Bone. Gosh, man, I could talk about him for days. He truly, and I'm going to probably tear up. I respect that man a lot on the baseball side. He has truly helped me when I was a catcher. Him being behind me, you can ask him. He would talk to me about things, tell me, little things I should do. He coached me in the game when I was playing. And then after I got done with playing, he said, man, you need to go be an umpire, professional umpire. And I'd almost done it, but I met my wife. So but he just everything we talk about, man, he's just a phenomenal guy. Blake's blessed to have him as a dad. I didn't have a father in my life as far as a dad role model. So, I look to these guys, man, that's helped me along the way. And Johnny's been one of them. And I appreciate him and Chuck Metters, man. They just Bill Lockridge's another one. They've been good to me in my life and just talk with me about the game a lot.
Well, he's throwing a lot of names out there that just bring back
Old
sentimental.
school, man. Yeah, man. That's serious.
Yeah.
Good guys.
And Blake Boney is a good dude, man.
Good guy.
We
Good coach.
like Blake.
Respect him a lot.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He well, anyway, that's another episode. We'll talk
Johnny Bone thinks Ty Cobb's the GOAT.
I doubt that. John, that's O'Brien. They probably together.
That's O'Brien.
Yeah. And Ty Cobb was good. Let's not miss.
No question.
Yeah,
No
great.
question.
Tina Ritzer says lots of camps through the years.
That's my mother.
Yeah, she did say, by the way.
She said, you have a great mother.
You have a great mother. She did say that. That was
She
great.
is, man, phenomenal. When I was playing ball, man, she came to just about every series in college in Tennessee. We'd be in Kentucky. We'd be in Virginia. They came her and my stepdad came to every one of them.
His wife just made a comment.
What did she say?
She's sorry she messed up your umpire career.
I know. I tell you, probably could have been making a lot more money doing umpiring.
Well, we can tell you that he made the right choice. Praise God.
That's all right.
Your favorite umpire's watching, by the way.
Who's that?
Logan Steele.
Oh yeah, Logan's a good one. I think a lot of him. He's a good young man. Knows the game real well.
Teddy Whitmire says Ted Williams is the best.
Yeah.
Just
What
because
are we doing?
he's got the name Ted. That's the only reason.
Jared, who's the best baseball player of all
Babe
time?
Ruth.
See,
It's a stud, man.
let's ask you, Coach. Who's the best?
Woo. Oh man.
Not a Boston
all
Red
around.
Sox.
All around.
All
You're
around
catching
best
it.
baseball
Yeah.
player.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm gonna have to say I'm a big Yogi Berra fan.
Oh,
I don't know if he's the best though, but I love the guy.
Show me somebody better at his position.
Yeah, I don't
There's
think
not
You
there's
being a
many.
catcher.
Yeah,
Not
I mean, if you want to talk about, I think Babe Ruth's probably one of the greatest. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ronald Acuna, Shohei Ohtani, them guys are good too. They just haven't built their legend status. But probably the best. Babe Ruth's a good one. Yogi Berra is one of my favorites too.
I would say mine is Babe Ruth. I think he's the best of all time.
Yeah.
In any all around position. Jackson Justice, absolutely not. We will not be at every home or away baseball game. My boy is playing at Pleasant Valley. Jackson, if you can't do this, but if he could somehow miraculously play at Coosa, then yes, but no, we will not be. But we will be doing games of the week. Your father has been very gracious to us, and he's going to set us up with a great broadcasting perch. And we're going to be broadcasting.
We're excited to do some
We'll
games.
be broadcasting live video
Awesome.
and several Coosa Christian baseball
That'd be
games.
great.
I think we need a Coach Boyd Kapow cam
Dude, I
for the
think
whole
so.
game.
I think so too.
That's ratings.
Dude.
That's ratings.
Or live mic. Can that happen?
I
Will
mean-
your congregation accept that?
I say this. I don't lose myself. No, I still hold myself to honor.
Careful, coach. I sat on the third base line at the Pleasant Valley game 3 years ago.
I get pretty mad now.
Thanks for God's grace and mercy.
Yes, I will say this though. I don't cuss. I do
No, you
not
do
use
not.
profanity.
You do not.
Now I may.
That's some bullshit, Coach.
No, I don't use pro. I even tell my guys we ain't using profanity. I don't use it at home. I don't use it so. But now I may say something, and sometimes I get a little heated at umpires. My thing is
Deservedly so.
just do your job, and I'm big on just going hard.
Pretty man? Question mark.
Pretty mad. Wait, did you ump that Pleasant Valley game? Was he there?
Was Logan the umpire when you went? You went
I don't
crazy?
think so. I don't. He's been umpiring a few of my games.
That was
Logan.
County.
$100 if you throw him out the game.
$100.
I mean, just
Just kick him out the
He
ballpark.
probably would, yeah, for that.
Hey, $100 is $100.
Yeah. I mean, I just want guys to do their job.
Yeah.
Go hard. If you're hustling umpires, because they got to hustle too. Sure. They got to be in the right place, and if they're not, I'm gonna call you out on it. You know, because you're gonna call me out if I ain't doing coaching.
we played a tournament. Was it last year? We were in a tournament in Coleman. It was a big deal with my sons.
Yeah.
Team. I won't say it again. You have to go back and watch it, so that way if he don't get in trouble. So I'm my son's on the mound. He doesn't pitch a lot. He should be pitching all the time. He don't want to.
He's lazy.
He's
My nephew.
He is. He's a phenomenal third baseman, second baseman, and a hitter. He just hits. He's like his Uncle Jerry. Uncle Jerry is talking about a hit.
Good.
On girls.
So we had an umpire calling this game, and Will's on the mound, and I'm going, let's go, Dub, come on. It was intense. Now, I mean, you play in Coleman, you played in Coleman.
Oh yeah, Coleman
It is intense,
It is.
right? I said, come on, Dub, let's go. You know what to do. You got to do it. Just bear down. You know what Dad said, the bull crap we say. The dude stopped the game, came out from behind home, started screaming at me. If you don't shut your mouth,
The umpire?
the umpire,
Unbelievable.
you're out of here. And I'm like, of course, you know, I'm
Idiot.
I'm a former Southern Baptist preacher. Right? Right now, I'm not denominational or whatever, but I'm like,
He's been saved.
I said, wait a minute. What are you talking about? I can't cheer for my kid. You were talking to me. You know it. Shut up. Next thing, you're out.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Hold on.
Gets
It gets worse. He didn't throw me out because I'm gonna be honest with you. I let him know I was from the east side. So he's threw out 4 parents from this baseball game. Threw them out of the game. So talk about the integrity of. It's not just kids and coaches acting right. And I'm not going to get you in trouble with the high school association, but talk about integrity from that perspective.
It goes both ways. And umpires, let me say this: I have respect for umpires, whether they believe it or not.
Sure, absolutely right.
There are times though that some of these umpires come in, and it's almost like, and maybe the culture's changed, but they come in with this chip on their shoulder, and I'm like, just call the game. And then they're worried about people in the stands. And no, your job is to be on the field.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Now, if somebody's back there threatening your life, saying, because everybody, that's a different story. But for them to yell at you, man, come on. Let's be
challenging balls and strikes from the fans.
Let's have some tough, thick skin. And I get it. Look, we all get, there's times I get a little butthurt about things, but we got to have some thick skin. And so, my thing with umpires is just do your job, go hard. You miss a call, say you missed it. Don't sit there and go, well, I might have missed it, coach. I love honesty.
Yeah.
And if you're honest with me, do it. But umpires got to understand this, and I wish Alabama High School would understand this too. Everybody has to do their job. I have to do my job. They have to do their job. We just all want to do it the right way. And if we're not doing it the right way, then what are we doing? So I love Alabama High School. I'm not going to sit there and say I don't. I do. I love the umpires. I get they're humans. I get that. But just hustle. Yeah. We teach our kids to hustle. We teach our kids to be in the right place at the right time. We want the same thing.
Well, if you're teaching that on the field, your kids see that. And if the umpire's not giving that same, then they become.
When you have an umpire just sitting there and not doing his job, it gets a little bothersome.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the motto for Bob Does Sports this year? My bad. I'll take ownership.
That's it. If you say that, I'm a forgiving person. I'll say, hey, man, you know what? It's okay.
Hey, Braxton Walter says, hey, coach.
Hey there. Hey, Braxton. Who said that, Brad?
Braxton Walter.
Kevin Stevens. Hey, Big Steve. Talking about a phenomenal coach. I mean, in his own right. He does private lessons and stuff, used to. He moved back from Florida recently, right? Was it Florida?
I can't remember.
We would talk to him in about 2 years ago.
He's a world traveler.
Kevin Stevens, he says, great show, loves the show. There is a guy, and let me go back here. I got to say this. This is not on you, Coach, but it's on me and Jerry. We're going to do some housekeeping real quick. Delvin, George said, would love to see some more diversity on the show. Brother, go back and check all of our shows out. We have diversity everywhere on this show. We have invited everybody from every ethnicity on this show. If they want to come on, they're allowed to come on. We have invites out there for every single person. And if you know mine and Jerry's history, you probably wouldn't say what you're saying, dog.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable with white people at all.
I don't even like white people. I'll be honest.
Kevin says Gulf Shores.
That's right, Gulf Shores. Yeah, Gulf Shores. Go ahead.
What I want to talk about is, let's take it back to this past weekend. Talk about the event that you had.
Oh, yeah, man. So we had what's called a first pitch banquet, and Logan Miracle actually is the one who thought this would be a great idea. It turned out it was a phenomenal idea. It wasn't just a great, it was phenomenal. Basically introduced we got our youth program now, so we introduced all of our youth kids, let them walk across the stage. That's everybody awesome. Dressed up. I saw it. Got to them to witness that. And then we got to let our high school guys do it. And then introduce our new jerseys, introduce our captains. We're going to start doing captains every year. Mm-hmm. It just turned out to be really nice. Food was good. The fellowship was good. So, yeah, I mean, it's something that we're just trying to create some new traditions at Coosa, and I think that's going to be something that'll stick for every year. So we're excited about that.
Heard nothing but great things about it. Me neither. What about fundraisers? Well, how can people buy some swag? What kind of fundraisers you got going on?
Well, I tell you, we do a lot of them, and I know their parents are tired of doing fundraisers. Yeah. But there's so much that goes into baseball. We don't get the return that football does. So we have to sell a lot. We've done a lot of selling raffle tickets for guns, and everybody says, well, you're a Christian, shouldn't do that. Well,
We'll bleep guns out on Facebook so we can keep the show up.
No, it's good on Facebook. YouTube, you can't.
YouTube.
I'm sorry.
YouTube.
Yeah. No, we got it. It's cool. It's cool.
But there's a lot of people that say you can't do this and do this, but we really try to push different little fundraisers to help the kids. And it's not about like everybody think it's about. We don't take money there. I don't take a check there. It's about the program, and we're trying to invest in our guys, our high school, our youth. And so when people ask for a little bit of money, or if it's $5, most of the time you can spare $5.
Yeah.
I got quarters at home. If somebody came to me,
I know Jeff's got $5 on
I
it.
found
I got
$5 in the
change.
laundry this morning.
That was your wife's, by the way.
I've got one of the best
man.
ideas ever. I want to go to an Alabama or Auburn football game and just get $1 from everybody in attendance.
Come on.
That'll work.
Just $1.
I do too.
That's 98 on one hundos and another hundo.
Yeah, we'll take
$1
that.
every seat. Give me $1 from every seat.
So you got Amy Dozier, one of our favorite people.
She's awesome.
By the way. You still see us, Miss Amy, with your nieces and or niece and nephews right here. The band Perry, we got them up. We're still waiting on you to get them on our show.
And she just got appointed.
She did. Congratulations.
By the governor.
She's a wonderful, wonderful lady.
Absolutely.
She says Dewayne Boyd is one of the best baseball coaches and leaders of young men on the field, on and off the field. We need more
No
coaches
question.
like him. Great job, Coach.
Appreciate that, Amy. I thank a lot of you as well, and all the confidence you've put in me through the years. I truly appreciate that. You've been a blessing in my life. And David, I love.
We
his
love
son.
Doc, don't we? No, we love Doc, her husband.
Oh, Doc. I don't know. I know him, but her son David's who I work with.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
yeah.
She's a wonderful lady. And boy, you talking about, we had her on the show a few months ago, and she brought in stuff. It was like I was going to a theological class, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she brought in stuff.
Next
it was
level.
incredible.
That's awesome.
She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. Braden Lowry says, Notre Dame bag is giving me headaches, Jerry. What the heck are you doing? Jerry says, stop it. Let's see. Ask Boyd what he's learned. Oh, that's a good question. Mr. Jackson, Coach Jackson.
Yeah.
What have you learned from Blake Bone?
Oh man, I've learned a few things, but I'll tell you the biggest thing I've taken away from Blake, and this is going to sound crazy, is the amount of coaches he has around him.
That's fair.
I think obviously he's a good coach, and I'm not taking that away from him, but he's got a lot of guys around him, and I think it's what it takes. If you can find the right people, the good people to help you, it takes a little bit off your plate, and you're able to do other things. And so I've learned that from him, and I've learned just he was his first year coaching was my senior year, so I remember Blake, as a coach and a player. But he just does a phenomenal job, man. The things that he does, the way he structures practice, the way he talks about leaders, finding the guys, I think all that's played an effect. So,
Last question for me.
all right.
Talk about, I know this is Coosa, man. We're so pro Coosa, but talk about how good the baseball talent is in Etowah County right now.
It's very good.
Phenomenal.
It's a lot better than it was. And when I first got here, I thought, it's a little down. But I'm seeing a lot of kids now. And around this area, it's becoming I don't know what's going on. Maybe Tyler Stovall. I don't know. Somebody's doing something.
We love Stovall.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
A good Christian dude.
yeah, and so maybe it's him. There's, I know. I think Dee Atkinson's one of them. Dee, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So these people that's giving lessons, keep doing what you're doing. I'm all for lessons, by the way. Listen, you want your kid to go get better, go find a guy that your kid responds well to. A lot of coaches don't like that. A lot of coaches don't you go to them. Hey, you go to them. You get better. It makes my job easier. So, it does.
That's
It
fair.
does.
I'm sorry. Last question for me.
go
I'm
ahead.
done. Cut me off. Mute me after this. So, not only what you learned from Blake Bone, what have you learned from Jackson Justice?
Oh gosh, I've learned a lot from Jackson Justice.
That you can
How
talk
much-
about on air.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I tell you, Jackson's a good dude, but now Jackson, he likes getting under my skin a little bit. He likes to show up right on time, and I can't stand that. I'm 15, 20, 30 minutes early, get there, be ready to go. He pulls in the parking lot. We got to leave 11 to go on a road trip. Pulls in at 10:58, 59. I'm going crazy.
Coach, if somebody says, could you be a little more intense?
Yeah, they ain't going to fly for us.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Yeah, you need to be more intense, Coach. You're so laid back.
Braden Lowry, you know her, Braden says,
Lovely.
I think I met Coach stuck in Little Debbie's somewhere.
Yeah, I did
Coach.
that for a little while. Yeah. I'm hopefully going to be. There's something else I'm into right now. So, bread route, and I'll be doing hopefully bread in April.
Oh.
so,
Jerry's
I'm gonna ask
favorite
this one.
ice cream?
Yep, I'm going to ask.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Jerry, what's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite cold. No, I can't even ask that. We can talk about that now. What's your favorite cold thing that you like to eat? Not cold drink. What's your not cold drink?
It's all coffee for me, Jackson. It's all coffee all the time.
Jackson, he don't drink cold coffee. We went through Dunkin' Donuts the other day. Let me just say this. I should put a lot. We're fixing to do a lot of stuff Kapow wise, but I should have had our video stuff up in my truck the other day when we went to Dunkin', and we were getting some hot coffee, man. We just wanted hot coffee with a little bit of French vanilla in it.
That's it, a little bit.
Little bit. We pull up to the window, coach. 2 large ice coffees with the thing that Jerry hates more than anything. What was it? Hazelnut? Hazelnut.
Don't like hazelnut.
And let me tell you something. If anybody could lose their sanctification at that moment, it was Jerry J. Dub.
You get your mouth ready for a nice hot cup of coffee, and they give you some trash?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I like how you said coffee there, too.
And here's the great thing, Coach. J. Dub has everybody. If anybody has anybody on their phone, it's not Stacey Jones. It's Jerry White. Jerry has everybody's number. We pulled out of that parking lot, and I'm not kidding you. This dude is talking to the general manager of Dunkin' Donuts.
Was you really?
He's on the phone. She's coming on the show too.
Look, my skill set, I have no skills. You know that. You met me twice. You know I got no skills. I'm not talented at all.
You can talk. That's a skill.
My skill is I know people.
Yeah, sure.
I know this phone. I know everybody. I'm like Red from Shawshank. I know how to get stuff.
I would agree. That's good.
That's my only skill.
Jerry, what's the best coffee in Etowah County?
Mapco. 100%. Mapco.
Jackson, he said that. You've been watching us for 7 years.
Because Jackson's bougie. You know, now that he's a youth pastor at a big church, he's using that new hair product.
Look at me.
I tried to get him to come with me this morning. I was going to bring him with me.
That'd be great.
And O'Brien, I call his boss O'Brien. He said no, he can't be there. So I tried to get him to come with me.
Sorry, Jackson.
Wow.
It's Mapco coffee actually. Best in Etowah County.
It's good.
Second though, Union Jacks.
Third, First Church of Tala. Because J-Dub makes it.
My coffee bar at my house though is legit.
Is it?
It's legit.
Coach, what do you want to say real quick? We're getting ready to close. Man, what a great time we've had talking.
It's been a blessing.
Appreciate that.
And all your family and friends and just the Kapow folks that are watching today. Thank you guys for watching. But Coach, what if you could say anything to anybody, not just your players, and there is a ton of people watching on YouTube and Facebook right now, and it's crazy, honestly. We have some important people on here, so they think they're important. And you've got a lot of people watching. What would you want to say to these people watching?
I appreciate everybody who's bought into me as a person, that has been by my side and stuck with me through the years. But I'm going to leave everybody with some scripture because I feel led to do this. 1 John chapter 2 says, "My little children, these things write unto you, that ye sin not. If any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, with Jesus Christ, the righteous." And I want to leave you with that because it says, I say that you sin not. And we're living in a time where, and I've got to say this, and this is part of we live in a time where everybody thinks, well, I've been saved, I can do what I want. And you can't. If you're a Christian, act like one. Be one. He said, I recommend that you don't sin. He said, but if you do, because we are flesh, we have an advocate with the Father, which is Christ Jesus. So, yeah, there is forgiveness, but doesn't give you the right to just go do what you want to do. And so that's the misconception, I think, in our church and people today is, well, I'm just in the flesh, and that's the biggest excuse I've ever heard in my life. If you're saved and born again, it says strive to be like Him. We've got to strive to be like our Father, which is in heaven. Now, I know we're not perfect. Jesus is perfect, but we've got to strive to be close to it.
Amen.
And so I just want to leave you with that. Don't sin. I mean, I'm saying, well, yeah, but don't. If you're born again, you're supposed to strive. And then when I have sin in my life, when I mess up, repent. And once you repent, don't do it again. And ask God to help you with it. You may there may be something that you keep going back that water. No, okay, God knows, but ask God to bring you out of it if you're saved. And so that's what I want to leave you with is I got to share the scripture because that's everything. Don't sin. If you do sin, there is an advocate, but that don't give you an excuse to go do what you want to do.
My grandma used to say something that the Apostle Paul that you just referred to. He says, God forbid. If grace abounds, sin keep us going. So we sin that grace would abound much more. And he says, God forbid.
Yeah, that's right.
God forbid that you sin.
That's right.
And so I love the fact that you're teaching your young men that, you're teaching your congregation that. And thank God you sat in front of Jerry today and taught him that.
That's
God
fair.
forbid you said about this coffee.
Let me say this too. I appreciate you guys having me on. I take this as an opportunity to spread God's word, and you guys gave me that opportunity, and I really appreciate that. And I appreciate all that you do for Coosa, all that you did, all the coverage of the football team. So we thank y'all so much.
Thank you, brother. April Davis. I always mention April.
We
If
love
she jumps
April.
on, we love her family. What do you call it? What's hubby's
Poke.
name? Poke.
Yeah.
Oh, Poke. Poke, you need to come check out the Tyler Church. We got some problems over there.
We do.
So we'll talk about that. First memory of Coach Boyd was when we were covering the playoffs during the football, and he had a bullhorn. Well, we were there first anyway, in the stands, and asked who this guy was, and told the football staff, "This is our baseball coach."
Yeah, I believe you got to serve before you can lead, and so I'm
Amen.
big on serving.
Say that again.
The football team. Everybody wants a leadership role, but nobody wants to serve, and so I'm big on serving and doing what I can for you guys.
Coach Boyd, thank you so much. Hey, listen, if you want to just help support this man and his young men going out there and winning this year, and even not winning, just support them and what they're doing. All you got to do is jump on Coosa Christian's website. They can direct you anywhere you want to go. Facebook, Coosa Christian Baseball. Do you have a Facebook page?
Yes, I know we do on Instagram.
Okay,
think
Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coosa Christian Baseball Youth. We have a youth thing too going for our
All right,
kids.
so just jump on Coosa Christian. Just jump on Kapow. We'll get all of those information for you. We'll put it in the show notes on YouTube, here on Facebook as well. Anything and all things Coosa Christian Baseball, we will get you there. If you just want to make a donation to help their program, they will certainly take that. They need bats, they need helmets, they need uniforms, they need everything that you can possibly need, just like any other high school team out there. So we appreciate you, Coach, and everything that you're doing for these young men in this county. Stay close.